really good. Hello from Guayaquil, Ecuador. We've just arrived. It's a Tuesday night and we've hit Guayarte. Guayarte is this outdoor food court that opened up in 2019. It's full of great little unique restaurants, art, and lots of good music. Now, it's not traditional food, although there are some elements, but what is interesting about this spot is that in Guayaquil, there are some neighborhoods you don't want to go to at night. It's not quite safe enough. But here, this spot was actually created for locals, not tourists. There's a lot of international food, local food, and it just is a really great spot to meet up with people and have a good time. So I wanted to try 3 spots tonight at Guayarte. The first stop is Inca Burger, and this was a food truck from Quito that became so popular it is now a franchise in the country. They have so many fun names. Inca Cerveza, Inca Taita. They also have one named after the last Incan ruler. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce his name. However, I decided to get the Inca Piña because it is a burger with grilled pineapple, smoked provolone cheese. It has some bacon on it. It also has some barbecue sauce. This burger looks so good. By the looks of it, I think it's going to be a great first stop. Oh, and there's some vegetables. Oh yeah. Okay, pineapple on any burger is amazing. If you don't like pineapple on burger, you don't know true joy. It's very messy. I know why this became so popular. This is an amazing burger. First stop has been a success. Next up, we are at Mami Tea. This is a restaurant from Guayaquil that has become very popular, now has a number of locations. It's also one of the prettiest spots in Guayarte. It has an option to sit inside with air conditioning, which to be honest is needed, but we wanted to sit outside because the view here is amazing. First thing we got was a very cold beer. Now, the most popular beer here are Pilsner and Club. To be honest, I don't know which one is my favorite. I do know if it's cold, that's the one I want. It's so warm in Guayaquil. I love it, and the beer is so cold. All right, so at Mama Tea, I wanted to try a traditional dish. This is called moro. It is lentils and rice. So if you've heard of moro in other countries, especially Cuba, it often means beans and rice, but here it's specifically lentils. This dish is very much a traditional dish of Guayaquil. However, they also add a lot to it. So in this case, this is the moro de la abuela. It includes a fried egg on top. We've got some plantains, and then also we have stewed beef. It is a beast of a meal, which is good because we are sharing and haven't had anything to eat. Well, actually, we had the burger, but before that, we hadn't had anything to eat since breakfast. Let me give these lentils and rice a try. It's very creamy, almost like a risotto. And you'll actually find that in Guayaquil that they add a lot of different things, so they can make it very creamy that it almost is like a risotto. And that's what I would say about this. It's very much like a lentil and rice risotto. And now to try a little bit of this beef. This is an interesting mix at Mama Tea because it's very modern. However, the food is very home style, which is like the perfect combination. Remember, I said there was cold beer? So overall, this is a fantastic meal. right, so last stop, we walked by this spot called Coctelitos, which started over 15 years ago, and it changed kind of the game for cocktails in Ecuador. So before there were pre-made cocktails in cans and bottles around the world, you could only really get a cocktail if you made it at home or if you went to a bar. But if you wanted another cocktail, you'd always have to keep ordering these glasses. However, Coctelitos was a little bit different because they sold at their bars these 1 liter pre-mixed drinks. So you didn't have to keep ordering glasses. And eventually they opened their own liquor store type places where you could just buy the liter cocktails and take them home. So Andreas told me that the one that he liked the most was Espérame en el suelo, or meet me on the floor. And that was because this was a very strong drink. It actually kind of looks like a very girly drink. But I guess you were quite young then, but old enough to drink, maybe. This is vodka, rum, orange juice, and bitters. I don't know what this is gonna taste like. Anyway, I have loved seeing like all of these places and these stories of different restaurants and bars in Ecuador. But this drink, will you meet me on the floor? Oh, this is really good. It's not real orange juice. I think it's like Tang. It's basically like a screwdriver. A very long straw. Anyway, it's very good. You can still buy these liter bottles here, although we're not having a big night. It is Tuesday. So instead, you can get a cup of this cocktail for $5. And with this, we are done Guayarte. It's an interesting spot. So right now it's 8 o'clock. Things are actually getting really busy on a Tuesday night. Interesting to see kind of the modern side of Guayaquil. But tomorrow we're going back to tradition because we are hitting one of my favorite places to be, the markets.